It's late in the Zuora data lab and Carl Gold is staring at a lake of numbers showing a sudden dip in customer renewals. Somewhere, customers have decided to bolt, not because of price or features, but something he's missing. The clock's ticking and every lost client is money slipping through his fingers. What if he could predict churn before it even happened? This angle, this data-driven fight against disappearance, where do you start? First up, how do you even know who's about to leave? Carl's breakthrough began with raw data, lots of it, but the real magic was turning noise into a clear signal. At Zuora, Carl noticed that not all churn looked alike. One segment vanished quietly, another bundled up complaints in emails. By tracking raw login frequency, payment glitches, and usage dips, he found early warning flags tied directly to customer behaviors, details no account manager could catch just by intuition. Think of customer data like a patient's heartbeat on a monitor. Irregular pulses, skipped beats, or slowing rhythms all reveal hidden stress before a collapse. That's exactly what Carl did. He mapped subtle behavioral changes like decreased logins or feature inactivity to impending churn, turning abstract stats into a vital sign. Once you can predict who's slipping away, retention isn't guesswork anymore. Zuora saw a 20% increase in retention rates simply by intervening before the crack grew wide. Suddenly, churn was no longer destiny, but a curve you could bend with the right data and timely action. Next, Carl reveals which numbers really move the needle. Forget vanity metrics. This is about the customers who pay the bills and why they'll walk out the door. Carl's team drilled deep into customer lifetime value, or CLV, stripping it down to how much each client actually contributes over time. At Zuora, the surge in CLV pinpointed exactly which segments were worth more attention and which were bleeding revenue silently, offering a clear financial compass amid the swirling churn chaos. Imagine cohorts like school lunch tables. You're not grouping everyone into one noisy crowd, but recognizing different social cliques with their unique habits. Carl showed how breaking customers into these cohorts unveiled patterns, like long-term users who churn during contract renewals, helping craft tailored retention moves. Segmenting your user base is like using a scalpel instead of a sledgehammer. Carl's approach lets you target specific groups with laser-sharp strategies, whether that's offering premium support to power users or nudging lower engagement customers before they drop off, maximizing effort, impact, and budget. Having numbers is great, using them well is better. Carl's secret weapon, making data talk plainly to teams across your company and triggering smart, timely moves. Carl insists that no data is useful if it sits in dashboards only data folks understand. At Zuora, they crafted simple visual reports tailored for product managers and marketers. No jargon, just clear churn snapshots that anyone could grab and run with, aligning teams and speeding up response. He treated churn reduction like a lab experiment. Form a hypothesis, say, more email nudges reduce cancellation, test different versions, measure results, then tweak fast. This scientific approach stripped out guesswork, revealing exactly which retention tactics worked and which wasted energy. Carl also demonstrates how AI can lift churn analysis to new heights, spotting subtle user patterns humans miss, automating personalized outreach, and refining forecasts. For companies drowning in data but starving for insight, AI becomes the ultimate retention quarterback, calling plays with razor-edge precision. Remember Carl in that Zuora lab staring down the churn cliff? All those raw numbers turned into a lifeline that saved clients and revenue. Fighting churn isn't about magic, it's about listening to what your data whispers before your customers bolt. Try this, pick one key behavior you track today and set a trigger to act the moment it dips. That's how you turn a leak into a lock. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.